How many people have tried recovery yet? Your recovery? Caviar recovery? Caviar repair? Anyone has, how many people raise their hands? How many have tried it? If you haven't, it's pretty incredible. We're actually doing it today on with this week with my wife. My wife's hair was dryly challenged with the bleach and with the salt water. It was actually looking exploded, you know, kind of blown up on the ends. And she's used it 3 days in a row, and her hair's like healthy all together. It has hair rebuilding proteins in it. So if you haven't tried your fried blondes or your overly bleached on the ends or really dry hair, it basically rebuilds the hair to new hair. And the only reason I can say this to my wife was reluctant to try it. She tried it one day. She's like, I don't know, that's, you know, it didn't do anything for me, she said. And I said, we got to try it, because everybody I know that's tried it loves it. But now she's on her third day. Last night she was swearing, I have new hair. And literally, without a brush, just no flat iron, nothing, just brushing her hands with our hair. There's no split ends. It's all together. It's not too heavy. It's just perfect. So if you have any dry challenge haircuts or hair clients, that'd be the one to try on. We're going to take a shortcut. It's going to be a lot of texture, kind of like a Beckham before he did his little mohawk.
Too close?
No, fine. I'm going to grab a scissor in there. Now I'm going to clean them up around the edges first here. Again, what I was telling you. Get to the top, stop, bring the ear forward, and then cut. Yes. The beard trimming? Oh, for sure I will.
What size are those shoes? 6, 6, 9?
What was that?
What size are those shoes? 6, 6, 9?
These are 6 3/4, almost 7 inches.
That's a lot of shoes.
I've only taken off a couple ears. That's not bad.
Today.
And the best part, they weren't mine. Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, real quick, you guys, you do have an extra hand if you ever need it. Sometimes that ear's in the way and you can't move the ear because then you let go of the ear and it pops back into place. And it's like, what the hell? And you got no duct tape. So just take it, and what you do is you hold where's yours? There, my hand here. Okay, you just take your comb, and then you hold it kind of up in here. So now you can still comb, but you got a thumb in the way here. So now I can actually hold the hair down, and I can still comb. And I can hold the hair down, and I can cut. So it's like getting one more hand in there. Because believe me, a lot of times I have my client, can you just pull that ear out of my way for me? And they're like holding their own ear. But see, this way it kind of gives you a hand on it. You can just come in and there, do it. Nice and clean. So far, so good?
Yep.
Okay, let's switch to the other side and do the same thing. Right up to behind the ear, to the top. Again, if you want to do any of the front cutting, just comb it down and just don't go anything past that little front part. You'll save yourself from that big hole, big magic triangle. Now on the sides, I like to comb it forward towards the ear. I don't want to force it completely sideways because if it pops back again, it'll give you too much of a missing hair here. But at least comb it towards the ear, and then you can kind of come right down. Staying outside of the hairline, obviously. put a little, put that in there. And put a little bit of freestyle on top of it here, just to kind of help me comb it out of the way, because right now it just has water in it. A little hope pink in there, like it's not looking. Okay, so I'm going to comb this out of the way. And we're going to cut this first section. I basically got to do 3 sections. I'm going to do this one here. I'm going to do the kind of the blending pipe. Then I'm going to do the top. Top, I'm going to do a lot with the clippers. Plus, man down. Okay. I'm going to cut them with a big texture shear. Where are we at here? So I'm going to scissor up a comb. I'm going to real close, come right above the ear, and just kind of cut it. And I'm cutting it just like I cut it with a regular scissors, except it's a lot more forgiving because you don't cut any holes in it, and it just has a nice texture to it. So you're cutting a real solid line. I'm not trying to go in there and put texture in. I'm trying to go in and out of it. I'm just trying to cut the whole thing with a texture shear. It's just giving it kind of this like a more of a rougher texture. So just a nice clean scissor over comb right up to our line. Closer. Okay. Earlier I had a question about Asian hair and how it is. I guess there's a lot of it and it's harder to deal with, and it cut it too short or poked straight out. It's a kind of a at times harder haircut to deal with. And I think the only one solid answer I could tell you that I work with is hair direction. Because sometimes if it's possible, you could just you cut the hair to fall the way the hair wants to. And there's a couple of occasions where it just wants to go straight out. That's the way it grows. But a lot of times you'll have, if you push the hair forward and backwards and left and right, you'll see the place where it's laying closest to the head. And that's what I work my cut towards. If you have him in the back here, he sticks right out. You know, if you blew it back, it would stand straight out. But since he just goes a little bit forward and then just pushes up the front where he wants it to stand up, you don't fight it because that's the way it wants to go. That's the easiest way. But again, there is going to be coarse hair where it doesn't have a direction. Its direction is straight at you, wherever you're standing. And in that case, maybe a light texture to it, and then some heavier product, to work with it. Or not cutting it so short, because the shorter you get to that one stand-up point, you're in trouble. You got it too short, it's only going to cut you. Let's do this side. Oh, there's your nose. Got the beard shot? Sorry about that. That's yucky. Okay, you can just take these around the edges just to kind of, if you don't want to break enough, if you want too soft. I could have actually cut the whole perimeter with the texture shear too, just a lot more cuts, and it would give it just a soft look. Okay, let's take this around the back too. And under, get as close as you can to the actual hairline, which is right here. So I'm going to bring my scissors up there, and I'm just going to start cutting right at the hairline. And if you get real fancy in the shop, you can fling the hair, it looks more impressive.
Full show.
Yeah, it's all show.